So hi and welcome back. So in the part before, we created a more detailed model of the high poly model of the dagger. Now I also, and I'm really sorry for that, did a small mistake here when I was doing the low poly version, but I think it wasn't such a big problem. Everyone could fix that. So I also fixed that. And now we are going to do the final touch to this high poly model. And I told also before that I'm going to use a third-party program for that, or some other program, not Max. And we will be using the light version of ZBrush, Sculptris, which is for free and which is absolutely great. And there we'll do this bottom. And I will not do this here, because I don't have your tablet, and really to make a sculpting without a tablet is like barbarian. So I will do something different here. Anyway, it would be nice. But before, we need to export this and import the Sculptris. So before I do that, I will hide everything else. Also this jewelry here, also this, because I want to edit just the handle. Hide selection, and also I will be working in symmetric mode, and for this I need the handle to be symmetric. It's almost symmetric, just this is not symmetric because this is not in the middle, because I used 24 sides I think, and I should use 23 to that. So I need to fix that, then we can export that. So I will delete the true best modifier. I will go here and I will quickly fix this. Very simple. Just select the upper polys on these details here, and we will delete them and recreate very fast. Now, if you are going to do this, you have to understand that there is no way back, because we have to use the smooth modifier on this, or super smooth, or subdivision, and we cannot revert. So if you are really happy with that, we can proceed. If not, you can continue and do this later. So go this, delete. Now select all borders, cap that. And now we need just to do two cuts on this shape. So select the word, zoom on that, Z to zoom, use the cut, and we will do just these cuts everywhere. Just to recreate quickly the shape and to edit the detail a little bit. Now the editing will be very easy. We'll mostly do the same like before, but instead of using just one row of polys or column, we will use two. And to make the size the same like before, because two will be too much, we'll also inset after the polys to make it smaller. So you will see. Now let's go to the front view, Z to zoom on the shape. I'll select some word and Z on that. And now we will use this and this. Now let's go to perspective. Also select this and this. We'll make two spaces and again. And the same. So we're just going to do the final touch on that, and I guess this will be the last modeling part, and in the next part we'll do the texturing and rendering on everything. So again, we are here at the beginning. Now let's do inset. Oh, this is way too much. Let's go with a value like this. It's probably the same like it was before, but now it's in the middle and it's symmetric. So we will use bevel. Oh, this was really too much. Oops, inside. Okay. Okay, I think I have some double words there. Yeah, I have. You see, I was cutting bad. So I'll just touch it well done. I'm sorry for this. Something happening if you make the cut stuff. I really don't keep attention to that. Or even if you keep, you can make some double words. So Control A on everything. We'll press the weld. And yeah, there's probably two more somewhere. So again, I will lose the bevel. Yeah, now it's good. So again, a similar value like we had before. Probably something like this. Also use the scale trick on that. Scaling that to match like this. Can check the shape if we didn't weld anything which we didn't want it. And also I will delete the stop. We don't need that anyway. And I will edit this a little bit. So having this edge, connect that, scale this, move this a little bit back, and again inset like this, move it forward or down, and delete that. Okay, so here's our shape. Now apply subdivision 2. Now let's check if everything is okay. Oh, I think yeah. So you can see the details is back, maybe even better than we had before. And let's go to export. So export. We'll go to the desktop by me, to the object file. Just use my settings. I don't know. I'm just simple settings. So exported. Done. Let's go to Sculptris. Import. Export. New scene. And voila. So we have here a dagger, or the handle of the dagger. Now I used subdivision instead of turbo smooth because it's a very strange handling the smoothing by turbo smooth. So because this I use that. So I will disable the brush, which I was trying before, just for fun. Turn on the symmetry modifier, and now if we had like before this stuff a little bit on the left, now we will have two stuffs like here and here because it had to be symmetric. So no, sorry for that. So because this I just rebuild that. Now we will simply use the rotate tool, which is here, make it a little bit smaller by holding shift. I think this could be fine. Anyway, we'll see. Just hold and we'll rotate different. Oops. And make a shape like this. So just something interesting here. Also, we'll use probably the grab tool to maybe a little bit lower and edit that a little bit more. Yeah, something like this. Nothing like too much or too less, just a little bit, and to make a very nice detail. As you can see, I can imagine to do this in Max. And here we had it in a few seconds. So as you can see, we'll go with shape like this. So it's interesting, it's nice, it's looking very good. So I will turn off the symmetry modifier, export this. I will use import like the name. Go back to Max. We can delete this shape. We'll import and use the import. Okay, importing, unhide all, and we have back our shape. Now we'll of course convert this to poly, not to editable mesh, and also apply a smooth modifier. And we have here this nice shape. Here at the bottom I will just cap this hole and great, absolutely great. I think I would like like I do. You can also here use this instead of that, whichever is more so. Okay, I will turn off Sculptris just to save memory. And we are done with the high poly model. You can make more details there, like this stuff here, and so probably I will do a mask on that, or I don't know so far. But I just wanted to do show you how very easy to do. Is there some very nice looking model or shape? Just very quickly. Now let's go to the front view. Just zoom on that, and we'll fix this jewelry here. Oh, probably from the bottom. We'll see a little bit more. Yeah. So here's our jewelry. It's rotated badly. So we'll make it straight. And we'll put it back to its place. And we will do the same with this here. So the final tweaking of the details. Okay, that's fine. And the last one. Now about the low poly model, I was really trying to do that, but I'm really not sure if I'm going the right way with that also, because I never did that. A little bit new in low poly, so I really don't know. I'm doing the stuff right here. But anyway, these kind of details we'll do with the texture, everything. Here at the bottom we will do a little bit different, not like here, but different. And the rest should be okay, so fine. Okay, so I think our models are done, especially the high poly model, which I love. And let's go to Photoshop. Now, we'll prepare also the texture for the low poly version. So I have here the blueprint which I had, and what we need to do, because I will use this, I will not rebuild the texture. The reason why it's the artwork which we have here is really great, and it will be like, I don't know, it will be bad not to use this. To recreate this it will be very hard, I think, because there is a lot of small details and other stuff which are not easy to do. And anyway, I will do a tutorial how to create a texture for the laser rifle which we did, so I think this is fine. So let's go here and quickly edit this. So we can try to use the magic wand, which will be probably, yeah, selecting everything around. We can apply a mask for that. We'll invert the mask. No, not the image, sorry for that, my bad. So select the mask before. Invert. Now, there's some stuff which are not good by the mask, like this. So you can go to the brush tool, you can use slightly bigger brush. Firstly, we'll delete this, and the next part we will try to overpaint the details which disappeared by the magic wand. So just brushing over. And if you watch the tutorial about masking, probably know what I'm doing or what about it is. So it's really good to watch that. You will understand the stuff about the masks and other. Okay. Now for the blade, I will for sure use the pen tool, because here is a lot of bendings and I don't know, other stuffs which we'll be able to do with a paintbrush, but I think this is quicker. So I will do so far just part, then I will do the rest. Probably some areas will be enough to do with the brush, but not all. And we want to do the texture nicely. So anyway, I hope I help even the people which want to do low poly models with this. But again, I never did a low poly model like for a game. A few times yes, but really it wasn't so complicated like this. So like that. Okay, one step back. I don't want any further radius here. I'll go by 0. And let's go here. Select again the brush. Now we can go with a bigger brush and just brush over that. So we'll brush everything inside the selection, just there. Okay, and we can continue with that. To finish the blade. And also probably finish the part, this part. We'll just look a little bit more on the model if there is really everything finished on both sides, like the low poly and high poly. And this will be probably a very short part. Can prepare some stuff, why not? To save time by the next part, like the areas, the materialize IDs, and so. Okay, so let's go back. So you could make the mask using just the pen tool over that. I will probably recommend this to you. But this is a tutorial, it's not like you should use this, it's your homework or so. Like I received a mail. But you can if you want, of course, but please do that, or do this. It's not so hard, it not takes so much time. And someone asks you if you did this, you can usually say, yeah, I did. So it's free for use, of course, the models are free to use. You shouldn't sell that, of course, but you can use it anywhere you want. Just let me know. It'd be nice to know that someone used the model, not the models somewhere. It's a good feeling to know that. Okay, a few more stretching we are done with this. And the next part we can do, apply the texture on that. And as I said before, I really don't know how the final low poly version will be. But I still hope it will help someone if he don't know how to model certain stuff. But if it really will make it low poly, like I hoped, I really don't know. So again, we'll brush just over the selection. We'll again check this. Okay, the rest looks fine. Also, we don't need this bottom. We need this bottom because we didn't model that. So, oops. Black brush. So we can delete this because our bottom is right, and I will apply just this because I don't think I have anyway more polys which I can use for the model. So we can do something like this. But this I should use just for a plain mask. like I should use just some select tool or line tool and make or shape and then do that. But I really don't know. We'll apply a smart radius on that, or we'll try even that. It's eating our background, so maybe not. But we can use the smooth, modify a little bit, increase the contrast. Check this, and we have the mask done. Or the texture, my bad. So we have the texture done, which we will apply in the next part. Now let's go back to Max, and let's look if everything is okay here. Probably yes. And now to the sword, or to the dagger, which is here. Now let's go to poly, and we will assign the IDs here. As you can see, the export import make this a little bit like crunchy, and by using the smooth modifier everything will go away, so don't worry about that. So Control A, and this will be the ID 1. Now this bottom, I'll try to select that somehow. Grow the selection somewhere. Somewhere here, but different color or material. Probably it would be better to use some other selection by this. Okay, let's try to select this, loop that, Control Poly. Now it should go up and down in the same value. Okay, we have the bottom almost. F4, and we'll see how far we want to go. Somewhere here. Yeah, so we have the bottom, we have this. So this will be our second ID. We have the one, we have the second. Now, let's go to front view. The one should be some kind of metal, poly chrome or some dirty metal, the same color. So we'll go few here. Okay, this was too much. One back, and we'll stop here. So this will be the third. This will be the third. And let's look. We can also wait. So we have the one, which will be this. We have the two. We have the third. And we can also here I will do some kind of texture, so it should be fine. So this is okay. We can change the color. So we have here 3 materials IDs. Now to the jewelry here. Perspective. I will grow this selection, which I already have. We'll go here by 1. We'll edit, select, invert, and press here 2. So 2 is this. So first is 1, and this I will do everywhere. So this should be quickly. Okay, so grow. This would be 1, edit, invert, and just for sure this will be second. And again. So I use instance for that. It would be much easier to do, but I didn't. It doesn't matter much for me. So there could be just problems if you use instance objects. and because this I even didn't use that. Okay, maybe one shrink. Okay, just for sure, hit here one, enter, edit, select invert, second, and the last one. Now, when I was telling that there is no way back when I was exporting to model to Sculptris, I already told that. I meant with that we cannot revert the smoothing which we have there. So if you want to do some changes right now to the shape, it will be much more harder than it was before. Okay, so I think I have everything here, and we have also the low poly model, we have the high poly model, and actually I think I can delete the plane or just hide the selection. I can create here two layers. Firstly select this, create a new layer, name it high poly, and I will create a new layer for this and try low poly. So we have now two models which we can use. Okay, cool. So in the next part we'll do the materials for both the high poly and low poly. And what is our count? It's probably high. Yeah, 200. 120 components. Not mostly is this one here. So I don't know the statistic even working right now. Okay, I don't care. Oops. So we have here the high poly, low poly model. Now the high poly, of course, have to have high poly count to these details and everything. So because this high poly, you know, without the modifier, it will have like maybe 50,000 polys all around, but with the modifiers turned on, it have to have a lot of. So, okay, I just hide that. Okay, so I will see you by the last part. Maybe the last thing which I will do is I will group this again to high poly and low poly version. We can adjust the scene, why not, right now. It will save us time then, because we'll do the materials and so. So let's rotate this. My entry is practically actually both of them. Let's do the first one, the second one. The final render I think will be without the low poly model. We'll do some kind of render, but I don't know so far what. So let's do the plane much bigger. As you can, as you know, probably I always do a plane on which the model is standing or lying better. It's because you don't have to do there much. Okay, so let's rotate that a little bit. That the blade is standing just a little bit. Yeah, like this. Oh, this is too much. Come on. Yep, like this. And the same with this. So we can go here, take this value, and apply it here. We'll pull this down, go to perspective. I don't know, we can rotate this this how we want. Okay, so probably different. Here will be low, here will be high. Oops. We'll also adjust the resolution here to some kind of widescreen. And shows a frame. We can a little bit rotate that and zoom on that. Okay. So okay, our models are done, both of them. Now we just need to do the materials, textures, and the render. So I will see you in the last part. Anyway, I hope you liked. I hope it gave you something by the modeling, and I will see you in the last part. So far, bye bye.